Unpacked Flat Pack by Angela. Scene 1. The stage is quite dark. It's night and there's little light. We're in an IKEA store. The bed is draped so we can't see underneath. Suddenly, a light comes on under a bed and then a woman scrambles out from underneath with a lantern-type torch and rucksack. It's Jane. She sits on the bed and begins to rifle for her rucksack. She hears a noise, switches off her lantern, and is about to disappear under the bed, but it's not quick enough. Rick enters, he's wearing a security guard uniform and carrying a torch. He suddenly sees Jane, picked out in the torchlight.
Bloody hell!
Shit!
Lights out. Scene 2. The same room set, lights now on. We see Jane is rather awkwardly handcuffed to the leg of the bed. She hands lie on the floor. Rick is nervously sitting on the edge of a bedside chair.
You've not done this before, have you? Could I perhaps just have a drink of water? You probably shouldn't have hit me.
Bloody shut up! Sorry, but just shut up.
Some help?
What?
I think you need help working out what to do. I think you need some help with that. We could talk it through.
What?
Well, you know, the truncheon and the handcuffs. I mean, not really security guard issue.
No.
Big trouble.
Yes.
Especially as I am officially a pensioner. So that won't look good.
A pensioner, are you?
Yes.
Shit.
It just keeps getting worse, doesn't it?
I panicked.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. It was my fault. It must have been a shock.
Well, yes, but no, I shouldn't have hit you. Are you all right?
Bit sore. We could help each other out.
What?
You really should try and expand your vocabulary, you know.
What?
The rest of the case.
What are you on
Oh,
about?
sorry, sidetracked.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, and I'm trying to tell you what I was saying. We can help each other out of this mess.
How?
Well, you don't want people to know what happened here. That you bludgeoned and handcuffed a poor, defenceless, confused pensioner who managed to get herself locked in IKEA.
What are you? What did you?
Immaterial, that'll be the story. But luckily for you, I don't happen to want to brush with the police or to be turned out of my home.
What, your home?
So we can come to an agreement. Look, can you just undo me from these things? I'm getting cramp.
Lights out. Scene 3. A small dining table and 2 chairs in front of the kitchen set. 2 plates set on it and Jane is dividing a bag of ready washed green salad between the 2. Under unit lighting has been switched on the wall and cupboards and a pendant light is over the table. Rick is standing in a state of confusion in front of one of the chairs. Jane is acting as if it's all perfectly normal and jolly.
These bags of ready washed stuff are excellent because, of course, the taps in these kitchens don't actually work. And make sure I have something hot at lunchtime, then I can just make do with a salad or a sandwich at night. There are workarounds, you see.
This isn't your first. You've been here before. How long have you been doing this?
Only about 2 weeks.
What, 2 weeks? How come I've never seen you
Well,
before?
you're not very good, are you? No offence, you're obviously new. They clearly don't train you properly, and I don't suppose you expect to find someone living here.
No!
Just buzz back under the bed when I hear you. You only go round once, if that, don't you? If you haven't been round by midnight, I know I can relax. It's a bit of a wheeze, really.
A wheeze?
Oh, you're right, people don't really say that, do they? So, do you watch telly or something?
When?
When you're not being good at your job, when you're not doing the rounds.
No, I study. Look, you're not supposed to be here. You
I
can't just...
thought we had an agreement. We are now inextricably bound together, you and I, so there's nothing you can do. You might as well have a bite to eat with me, then you can go back to your studying. I bet you've only got curled up sandwiches. First time I've had guests. Oh, sit down and relax for heaven's sake. Good. So, what are you studying?
GCSEs.
Got them at school? Oh, it's a disgrace. Schools just give up on kids. I used to work in a library. It broke my heart in recent years how few kids used to come through the door. It was different when I first started. A library was something special for children.
It was my fault, really. I wasn't really interested.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They don't engage the kids.
You don't look like a librarian.
Oh, no. I didn't look like this then. I mean, I would have given the grannies a heart attack.
I ought to call the police.
No. So why now?
What?
Why study now if you weren't bothered before? What's changed? I'm interested in people, their motivation.
Well, I want to better myself. I've got a baby.
Oh, lovely. How old?
Just just over a year. Rihanna, she's beautiful.
Photo? Oh, little cutie.
You need qualifications to join the police, see?
Oh, you want to join the police? Hence the truncheon and handcuffs. And this job is the closest approximation, I take it.
Well, yeah, thought it could help, you know, on the CV. It gives me time to study, and there's never actually any bothers.
Until me. I'm bother. What for?
Why are you here?
Why not?
No, I mean, are you homeless?
And I mean, why not? That's why I'm doing it, because I can. It's a bit off the wall, isn't it? I like the idea of being off the wall. I was never off the wall when I worked in the library. I thought of going to live in a squat, but I couldn't bring myself to go that far. I don't do squalid.
But you can't live here. This is all pretend. Nothing works. You said it yourself.
Yes, and like I said, there are workarounds. I mean, I'm not here all day. I bought a lifetime membership at Fitness Freaks down the road in my redundancy, so I spend a lot of time there. Means I can use the shower. Look, it's warm, dry and safe here. And as I'm now discovering, I meet interesting people. I wasn't expecting that.
You can't live in IKEA.
But clearly I do.
But now you've been found out. What are you going to do? You won't be able to carry on here.
Well, actually, I think I can. If we stick to our little agreement, you just turn a blind eye. We can keep each other company. I mean, I'm not doing any harm, am I? I don't steal anything. I'm just borrowing, making use of. Oh, would you really turn me out on the streets? At my age?
But you're not destitute, are you? You've got a bloody gym membership. I can't afford a gym membership.
You've got other priorities with your baby, your family. I don't have family.
No family at all. No one to put you up.
No, not now. I made a lifestyle choice. I chose to leave behind people who knew me as I was before.
When you worked at the library, what was wrong with that?
It just wasn't who I really was. Anyway, dessert. I've got cheesecake. You used to like cheesecake. It's a bit of a weakness of mine.
So you're not out there begging on the streets. Spare some change, sir. The cheesecake.
You're being sarcastic now. You can't be sarcastic to me without telling me your name.
Rick. It's Rick.
And I'm Jane. So, cheesecake.
Lights down. Scene 3. The next night, there is typical corporate IKEA's children table placed in the bedroom set with a small beanbag next to it. On the table, a couple of piles of flash-type cards. To one side, they each have a word on it. In the middle of the table is another pile waiting to be written on. Jane enters and tries to sit cross-legged on the floor in front of the table, but with some pain realises she's not as supple as she hoped, and sits on a beanbag instead. She starts writing the empty cards and is still doing this when Rick enters somewhat hesitantly.
Oh, good. I'm nearly ready.
Looks like you've been busy in here. I wasn't sure it'd come.
Oh, whether to just pretend I'm not here. Well, I'm glad you came. All this would have gone to waste.
What is it?
Something I used to do with the kids at the library. Oh, hope you're not offended.
No, it's all right.
It'll help to expand your word power. Now, I used to get the kids to roll dice, but we'll make do with picking a number. Between 1 and 3 first.
Okay. 1.
Okay, 1. That's this pile. Now, another number between 1 and 6.
5.
Right. Oh, good one. It's one of my favourites. Tatterdemalion.
Tatter what?
Tatterdemalion. Tatterdemallion. As an adjective, that's a descriptive word, it means tattered or dilapidated. As a noun, a naming word, it means a person in tattered clothing. Tatterdemalion.
Tatterdemalion.
That's it.
Tatterdemalion.
Good. Now, take the card with you and pin it up somewhere. The security office say it, and try to use it in a sentence every day.
What, every day?
Yes.
That's a bit tricky.
A challenge, I grant you, but have a go.
Did you like doing this sort of thing with kids?
Yes, it was very rewarding. Some of these kids had no books at home, so yes, I got a lot out of working with them.
Even the tatterdemalions?
Oh, well done.
Well, We never had books at home, really.
No.
Well, I used to have a comic, and it was my mum's Cosmo, but that was about it.
You must make sure your little one has access to books. It's a wonderful thing. I really believe it gives you a head start in life. And read to her. That's important.
Yeah. Yeah, I will, thanks. So, did you miss it when you retired?
I was made redundant.
Sorry. Bit of a wrench.
Two-edged sword, really. I miss the work, the kids. But in another way, I thought it would be my liberation.
How?
I thought it was my chance to leave behind Jane the librarian and be who I really wanted to be.
But it wasn't.
No, because at the time I still had family commitments.
Well, I thought you didn't have a family.
I don't know, I did then. My mother. I was still Jane the librarian to her, even without the job. Dear old Mum.
Oh, you were close then. That's nice. Well, that's what I want for me and Rihanna. And I want us to be a proper family. You had a dad?
Oh yes, but he died 30 years ago now. He was great too. Now he used to read me bedtime stories with all the voices. It was a scream.
I only remember my dad reading to me once, when I was very little, just from my comic. Wasn't that good?
Lights out. Scene 4, a few nights later, Jane and Rick are seated at the kitchen table. They have travel chess sets in front of them.
So, which way can the castle move?
Forward, backward, left or right, as many squares as you want. It can't move diagonally.
Right.
How's the studying going?
Yeah, okay. Oh, I had to write this essay on Oliver Twist. I said, I thought that Fagin's tatterdemalions, Wednesday's word, represented the Victorian stereotype, Thursday's word, and that poverty and vice were inextricably, yesterday's word, linked.
Brilliant. Checkmate, sorry.
I didn't even see that.
Ah, but you're learning fast. It's nice to have someone to play with.
You must get lonely. What were you saying the other night about your family? Sounds like you miss them.
Dad's been gone a long while, but I miss my mum sometimes. But you know what? It gives you freedom. Freedom to be who you want.
Well, couldn't you be that before?
No. You get locked into this personality that you've had since you were a kid, and everyone thinks they know who you are. They all think they know what you'll do, how you'll react. It's like being in a straitjacket. No. More like, those Egyptian mummies? Well, that's how I felt. Wrapped round and round with bandages, really, really tight. At first it just feels warm and comfortable, around your legs and your arms. But suddenly there comes a time when you realise all your limbs are swaddled into your body with absolutely no room for movement, and you start to feel a kind of panic. And when you think it can't get any worse, you feel the bandages going around your mouth, your nose, your eyes. You can't breathe. It's suffocating and it's impossible to break free.
Isn't that what teenage rebellion's all about? I went through that stage. Smoking, swearing, getting into trouble. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Shaking off your parents' expectations, right?
No, you see, I never did that. I was a goody-goody. I just let myself be wrapped. I always sneakily admired kids who did what you did, the rebels, because they're the brave ones. Oh God, this conversation's taken far too serious a turn. What we need is some fun. That's what my life's about now. Fun, lots of it. Listen, they've got one of those soft play areas here, haven't they? A ball pool or something? They've got keys.
Oh yes, but we can't exactly...
No buts!
She dives into her rucksack and comes out with a bottle of vodka, which she waves at Rick.
This'll help. Come on. Last one there has to tidy up after.
Lights out. Scene 5, the IKEA ball pool. Half empty bottle of vodka at the side of the pool. Rick is standing on the edge and jumps in.
Jane?
Oh, this is so much fun. Oh, go on, admit it. You're having fun too.
Actually, yeah, I am.
Oh, good. What shall we do now?
I know. Truth or dare. Let's play Truth or dare.
Oh, yes. Go on, you start.
Right. Truth or dare.
Truth.
What's the worst lie you've ever told?
Okay. Well, I had a secret boyfriend for a while.
Shocked.
No, it was serious. My little goody-goody Jane standards it was. He was a bit of a bad boy, so my parents would not have approved. But I adored him. We went out on the slide. I think it's the only time I ever lied to my mum and dad, said I was out with school friends. I couldn't keep it off. Oh, I felt so guilty. Started to ruin the time I had with him.
What happened?
Oh, it all felt like such a heavy weight on my shoulders and I buckled under it. I gave him up. My parents never ever knew.
That's sad. You should be with the one that you love.
No, it was for the best, I think. I expected him to be heartbroken and plead passionately with me, but he never did. He just accepted it, so it was probably a bit of a one-sided relationship. I think that hurt me more than having to give him up. 2 days later, he was off with Janice Dimble, though. So are you? With the one you love, I mean?
Oh yeah, she's the one. And now we've got little Rihanna. I can't quite believe my luck, actually. They're both beautiful. See, I want to make sure we stay a proper family. I had that till I was 10. Then my dad left. It was horrible. I don't want that for Rihanna. I want to always be around for us. It sounds a bit soppy, don't it?
No, it's good. Very, commendable. Okay, my turn. Truth or dare?
Truth.
Have you ever been tempted to stray while you've been with, what's her name?
Emma.
While you've been with Emma. Ever been unfaithful?
Well, no. Well, yeah. Only once. It only happened the once. It was wrong, and I feel guilty about it, like you do about your fella. And I wish it never happened. I don't know why I did it. I must have been mad. I'd never hurt Emma.
She doesn't know then.
Oh, God, no.
Best kept that way, I suppose. Oi! You assaulted my person once, remember?
I can't believe we're doing this.
I know. That's another guilty secret you'll have to hide from Emma.
Truth or dare?
Truth?
Okay. The clothes. What's with the clothes? The weird, bloody awful, ridiculous clothes.
What do you mean?
Well, you're not exactly dressed like someone I'd expect your age to dress
Oh,
like.
you think I should have an old lady perm, a blue rinse and wear sensible shoes?
Something like that, I suppose.
Sorry to disappoint you. Age is just a number, that's what they say, isn't it? I don't feel my age. This is all pretty new. I didn't always dress like this, not when I worked in the library. I think I said that wasn't what was expected of you. All my life I've lived the way other people expected me to. I've conformed, not anymore. When I was young, I wanted to be a hippie and wear flowers in my hair. A few years later, I was longing to be a punk or a goth, but that wasn't who Jane the librarian was. My parents would have died of shame. They'd never have let me out of the house. So I just carried on conforming, being sensible, nice and normal, not rocking the boat, not taking risks. And it drove me mad.
So how did you finally do it?
I used to think, I want to wear quirky hats. I want to get drunk. I want to go to gigs. I want to drag on cigarettes in smoky jazz clubs. I couldn't do any of those things because she expected me to stay who she decided I was.
What, who?
After I lost my job, I thought I could do it. No more stuffy librarian. But she was still there. I was shackled to her and her expectations.
Who?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I loved her. She was the sweetest, dearest mum you could wish for. Always there for me. But I was trapped by her love, by her quiet expectations, by her construct of who I was, by her sweetness. How could I disappoint her or hurt her feelings? While she was still around, I had to keep being who she thought I was. I loved her. I didn't want to lose her, to be on my own. I knew I would be bereft without her, and yet part of me thought she keeps going on. 92 and no sign of wearing out. All the time I was suffocating, constricted, entombed in that mummy's case, and all the time I had this pressure inside me building up, building up.
What happened?
She died. She fell down the stairs. It was an accident. I feel a bit sick.
Oh, you drank too much. I better go.
Studying?
Yeah.
What did I say? Did I say anything?
Well, you know what you did. About your mother. Falling.
Oh, she did. You do believe me?
No.
What are you going to do?
know, do I?
No, you don't.
But I think you should go.
You're judging me.
I don't know what to think. It's complicated. It was okay when we were just having a bit of fun, but now it's serious, isn't it? I can't pretend that I don't know.
You don't know, you said.
Just leave me to get on with my job, my studies, in peace. No complications, no worries, all right? My life back to how it was. That's all I want. Or I'll tell. I'll go to the police, okay? Just please, leave.
Don't tell me what to do. That's not what happens in my life now. You don't know anything. There's nothing to know. You can't make me leave, and you can't go to the police. You can't go to the police because I could tell Emma
What?
your guilty secret.
You're blackmailing me.
I thought I was just redefining our agreement, but if you like, then yes. Well, another first for me. Fun, isn't it?
Please don't tell her. You ruin everything.
Well, we're unlikely to meet, aren't we?
Well, that's right. You don't even know it. You're all where I live.
No, unless I make an effort or just sell my story to the press. Anything's possible.
You know how important they are to me. You know that. I liked you.
Which me?
Look, I'll just go back to my study.
No, I don't think I can take the risk.
She whacks him round the head very rucksack, knocking him semi-unconscious and back down to his seat. Then grabs one of the hanging cords with the price tags on, pulls it down and uses it to tie his hands around the back of the chair. She sits back in the bed and watches him as he gradually comes round.
What are you doing?
Deciding on a course of action.
She wanders over to the bedside table and picks up a hefty glass candlestick and starts playing with it with her hands.
Please. I just want to go home to my family.
And I just want to be left alone to do all the things I've been promising myself for years. It's not much to ask.
Well, then, we can do that, can't we? I promise. I won't go to the police. I won't come down here again. I'll leave you alone. Pretend I never saw you. Promise, please, Jane.
You spoiled things.
I'm sorry. Look, I don't want to... I won't say anything about you, and you don't need to say anything about me. Our agreement still stands. We're quits, see?
I was having fun.
And you can just carry on, yeah? Carry on living here, and I'll carry on studying, and not being very good at my job, yeah? Never seen you. Let me go home.
You burst the bubble.
Jane looks down at the candlestick as if seeing it for the first time and is suddenly scared. She puts it back and drops down onto the bed.
I think I'm done here. It won't be the same anymore.
Yeah, you're probably right.
My decision.
Yeah, of course.
But I don't want to go home. Can't bear it.
Home? But you don't have a home, do you?
Oh, I never got rid of the house.
But you've been living here!
Yes, and it's been such fun till now.
I don't understand. I thought you had nowhere else to go.
I'm full of surprises, aren't I?
So where will you go then?
I don't know. Got to be somewhere I can have fun. What do you think about being cute?
Lots of entertaining power tools. So, are you going to go then?
I think so.
Untie me?
All right. I liked our chess games.
Yeah, me too.
It teaches you analytical skills. Be useful in the police.
Yeah, thanks.
And you can teach Rihanna when she's old enough.
I will, yeah. How about I ceremonially see you off the premises, huh? For a bit of fun, like.
Yes. Why not? Let me get my things.
Come in then. The security door's just down the staff stairs behind the Ragnar kitchen.
In a minute. I'll follow you down. I'll be right behind you.
Yeah,
Photo of Rihanna has dropped out of his pocket onto the floor. She picks it up and looks at it. She looks off the rip, then carefully puts it in her rucksack and follows him out. The end.